This is a sewing channel and a lot of makes happen during the year. This is a yearly roundup of everything that got sewn on this channel in 2022. In this first episode, we will see dresses. Hi sewing friends, I'm Karina from liftingpinsandneedles.com. Welcome to this channel that is all about sewing, limitless sewing. I'm super excited to share the roundup of all the sewing that happened here at Lifting Pins and Needles. I've been making videos like this since the end of 2018, and in the past I used to make one that turned out like an hour and a half or 2 hours long. It's too long. So since last year I decided to split them up into garment types. I think it's just easier to find what you need. If you're more interested in one garment type than the other, I think it could be more useful for you to see them broken up a little. Last year I did it like that and it was very well received from all of you. So we're doing the same thing this year. So grand totals, I don't really think they're that important, but I did count them. 137 or maybe 138. There's always one I miss. That's the amount of garments that were made up in this channel in 2022. Most were for me, some were for my mom, for my sister-in-law, for my nieces, but mainly for me. I live far away from my family. If I was able to see them more frequently, I think I would have more makes that aren't all for me. I think sewing is amazing. The fact that I get to sew and teach and also end up with a wardrobe full of garments that are specially customized to my taste, get the right fit, I think is amazing. I have the most wonderful job and I thank you all for your support, for showing up, for viewing my content, liking all those things. It just helps me keep doing this, which is something I never thought I would be doing. I am a midwife. I have a whole career completely different to sewing, but it ends up that this turned out to be my full occupation now that I can't practice as a midwife. So I'm just very grateful for you all. And in this first episode of the roundup, we are going to see dresses. I didn't make many dresses this year. I was sort of shocked when I counted them. Only 19. There are other years I'm sure I've made much more. So we'll see 19 dresses. All of them have my commentary and visuals. It's really easy and fun to watch. So make sure you take notes. Remember, Pattern Emporium is running their end of the year sale, 30% off, site-wide, no code needed. You will see some Pattern Emporium makes in this roundup of dresses. I will leave all the information down below, my affiliate link so you can shop through there. That does support the work that I do here on YouTube because I get some commission back. So that is amazing and I'm grateful if you use my link. I have videos about all of these makes on the channel. If you want to do a quick search, jot down the pattern names, and if you just type lifting pins and then the pattern name, it will come up right away. You don't need to type lifting pins and needles. So let's see. This is my sister-in-law's Azores dress in a really lightweight poly crepe with black and white, super pretty. Hers is a straight size 4. The only thing I did was to add 2 inches of extra length so that it hits right above her knee. She is a little bit taller. So pretty, so flowy. Up closer you can see how the rows of shirring at the waist bring it in, and you have a bit of blousing going on. Up above you can see the beautiful neckline, how well it fits. So nice. You can see the gathers on the sleeve cap, the back yoke with all the gathers, and how the shirring also brings it in. It looks like you have a little bit of a ruffle there. The center front is really nice with that open area on the top with a single button loop, a super delicate feature. And you can see the front yoke, the gathers above the bust. Really delicate design, and I think she looks amazing. I'm really happy I got to make it for her. It's a really original design and she's really happy with it. Of course she deserves it, you know. This is the Olympia dress from Love Notions. I made my sister-in-law. I gave her a choice of fabric and this is the one that she chose. I think it's really pretty. It's an ITY knit. I made her a size small with a B cup. Even if this dress is designed for knits, you have B, C, D and double D cups available, which is really cool. I've got elbow length sleeves here for her. You can use sleeveless, short or long. The skirt is really nice because it's flared at the hem, but there's no bulk at the waist. Super nice flow. It's a very flowy design. Fabric is super lightweight, so when I sew with really lightweight fabrics, I like to use 2 layers on the back just to give the dress a little bit more support. It feels nicer on. and prevents you from seeing outline of undergarments. I think she looks amazing and I'm really glad I made it for her. The Maggie peplum is the equivalent of the Margaret peplum, which is a pattern for women from Love Notions. I've always made it into dresses though, just to extend the pleated peplum option. And I made 2 each for my nieces. Comfy rayon spandex, one in a pink colorway, one in a blue colorway, and they look so happy that I've seen them wear it. They can be free, move around, jump around and be super comfy. This is a Savannah blouse and dress from 5 out of 4 patterns. I also made a blouse and this fabric is so nice in purple. The dress is A-lined, it's got a little waist tight to give you a little bit of shaping. It fits really well. Up closer you can see the A-line shape of the skirt and all the amount you have of ease around the waist and the hips if you don't tie in that tie. The V neckline is really interesting to sew. It's a soft V with a really narrow placket. It's got a yoke at the back with a box pleat. The yoke comes over to the front a little bit. You can see there's slight gathers at the front and there's also a basta according to your cup size. I've chosen the short sleeve option and it's a dress I really enjoyed wearing around the house and to go out during the year. This is the Field of Dreams dress by Pattern Emporium. I made mine in a size 18. There are lots of options for lengths here. You can add many tees or none. You can make it from a top to a maxi. There are ties around the waist if you want to bring it in a little bit. I always do that if I can. Mine is 100% rayon. And the bodice is fully lined. It's a really nice comfy dress to wear, super breezy. I did do a full bust adjustment to the bodice to make the dart a little bigger. I like the straps because they're bra friendly and I've got the V neckline option. There's so many options you can choose here, but those were my choices. You can see my blue bra under there is barely noticeable. Really enjoyed this one and I always like a lined bodice. There you can see the dart I was talking about and there's also a dart underneath the bust which gives you a really well-fitting bodice. This is my second Savannah dress from Itch to Stitch and it's the same as my first one, only that this one is sleeveless and done in a different type of knit. This is a light to medium weight scuba knit. The print is very interesting. I am not color blocking here. That stripy feature was on the fabric. Here's a look at where the bodice unites with the skirt and you can see I have vertical stripe feature towards one of the sides, both front and back. I loved figuring that out, and the A-line of the skirt is more visible here with this fabric because it drapes a little bit less. Here's the lovely V neckline. It's so neat, finished with the facing. I used part of the striped fabric to do the binding for my modified armhole. Sleeveless is a hack. This is not a part of the pattern, and I wanted the stripe there to tie in with the skirt stripe. My favorite feature about the Savannah dress is the waist dart. It fits amazing on a larger bust. It's such a lovely design, classic, great for solids and prints alike. Of course, I'm always going with the prints and I'm very happy with my 2 versions. Mine is a size 14 full bust to 16 hips. This is my first Savannah dress. This is the original design, no hacks here. I have long sleeves here. There is a bodice that has a seam at the waist and the skirt is A-line. Mine is 2.5 inches shorter to match my preference. This is a light to medium weight athletic knit that has some drape. Here's a closer look and you can see the waist seam really is at my natural waist, both front and back. Love that. I find the sleeves fit my shoulders really well. This V neckline has been finished with a facing that's interfaced and top stitched, and here's a back view of the neckline that wraps around from the front all the way around to the back. There is a center seam there. I've chosen the full bust option and that's why I have waist darts on the front. I think they fit amazing. They just give so much good shaping here and it's great to find on a knit bodice. This is a size 14 with a full bust option blended to a 16 at the hips. You know, red is one of my favorite colors and makes me happy, and this is no exception. Love this classic silhouette in a gorgeous print. There's actually no way to lose here. This is one of the Brisbane dresses I made from Itch to Stitch. This is a size 12 full bust to 14 waist, 16 hips. I love this fabric. This print is amazing. It's a stretch crepe. I really love the print and I've been saving it for something special. And I love fitted designs like this. I did add 3 inches at the hips to have the length reach above the knee. I love how it goes in at the waist. It's just really, really nice, and it's the style of dress I feel the best in. I decided to color block and use black for one of the yoke pieces just to highlight it against the print. I think it looks really different, and that's the best thing about sewing, that you can do details like that. At the back, the fit is normal, the piece is cut on the fold, and here's a closer look at this keyhole. It's really flat. It is actually quite modest. You're not showing anything at all. And I'm really happy with how the sleeves fit and the shoulders. Really, really comfortable dress, but also super stunning. I really love it. I just can't stop smiling with this neckline. It's so pretty, and I know I'm going to enjoy wearing this one a whole lot. You can see me just twirling around in my backyard. Very, very enjoyable, and I knew I had to choose another print to get another dress off my system. I really wanted another dress after making this one because I just feel amazing in this style. This is the second Brisbane dress I made, each to stitch, the same sizing I made before, 12 full bust, 14 waist, 16 hips. And this is a fabric I'd been holding for a long time. It's got stripes and flowers all in one. It's so lovely and it feels amazing on. You'll see the details up closer, but I was able to play with the stripes a little bit. Fit is amazing. It is the preferred style that I like to wear, also because it doesn't take up that much fabric. I feel the best in this type of style. Here you can see the yoke pieces. I was able to play with stripe direction to highlight those features, and I think it looks really, really nice. Nothing interesting with the sleeves, but they do fit really well. And the important thing about this pattern is this beautiful neckline. Fits really well everywhere, and I'm really happy with it. Here is a closer look. All this neckline area is lined partially, so all the seams inside are enclosed, which makes it really comfortable to wear. There are no raw seams rubbing against your upper chest or anything like that. I'm just ecstatic with this make. It's just so different, so unique. The sewing is very different also, not what you expect, and you just slow down and you have a beautiful result, and I'm super happy with mine. This is my Aria shirt dress. I made it in a purple rayon linen blend. Believe me, it's darker purple than what you see. I have the exposed casing and drawstring at the waist and the all-in-one collar stand. It's sleeveless, and you'll see the details up close. The fabric is so soft and flowy. Here you can see the exposed casing up closer. It's so comfortable because it's sewn onto the dress, so you don't feel any seams inside, and you can adjust it to have a little bit of waist definition. On the side you can see the vent. There's a curved hem, and I made my dress 2 inches longer than the original so that it's above my knee. Here you can see the all-in-one collar and stand. There's really neat top stitching. I think the coverage on the armhole is really good. Here's a closer look at the collar stand and collar, and the yoke at the back is in 2 layers with a burrito method. You can see the inverted box pleat there, and I'm just so happy with this dress. It feels amazing on. It's a dream shirt dress in my favorite color. This is my 13th cadence, I believe, and I've chosen the long sleeve with a bishop style. I have the scoop neckline with a notched V option, and I've got a belt here. Quite a nice loose shift style dress that fits really well with a bust start, but I can also wear it loose without the belt, so I can do either or, whatever I'm feeling at the moment. I've sewn the side seams completely. There is a little vent if you want to do that, but I just made mine plain. Up closer you see the detail of the sleeve. It's just a wider hem allowance, a thread and elastic, super easy. This is 100% rayon. It's a winter-ish dress because I made it with long sleeves. And shift styles are just the best. You can live your life and breathe and not feel constricted by anything. So this is really nice. It's also shaped because there's a center back seam. There is the round neckline with the notch detail. This is finished with the facing. I'm very happy with the shoulder and sleeve fit. I have good mobility. I'm sure my cadence makes will keep growing because it's such a go-to pattern for wovens. Here you can see it paired with my sleeveless Metra blazer. I wore this to church one day, so this is a real life outfit. Of course, I had to make a dress, and this dress is so cute. It's above the knee, it's rayon spandex, super floaty and light, soft to wear, and I love this print with pink tones and burgundy. I've got these burgundy shoes that I really like and I want to match things too. Super nice fit and flare dress that fits amazing. Because this is an all-around print, you can't really see the details too much of the princess seams, but the fit is amazing. The dress has different pattern pieces and it flares out more at the bottom, but it's still nicely fitted at the bust, waist and hips, and I love that. The center back seam gives amazing shaping and I'm so glad it's there. Up on the top it's the same scoop neckline, and I also have a short sleeve here. Can't wait to wear this when the weather gets hot again in a few months, but I haven't made and it was really fun to do. And I'm happy with this one. I mean, I'm still gonna wear it now with a jacket maybe. It's just so nice and it fits amazingly. This is my first Marianne dress from Wardrobe by Me, and I used a medium weight athletic knit with a really cool tropical print on a black background. I love the semi-fitted bodice. From far away you can't see them, but you have waist studs front and back, and there's a really beautiful short collar, a waist seam and an A-line skirt that has just the right amount of volume. Really love the dress. I've chosen elbow length sleeves for this one, but there's other lengths available. Here is a closer look at the skirt. I really love the volume. My length is between the knee length and the midi length. At the back, I do have an extra center back seam that I added just to get it to fit into my fabric, although the pattern is meant to be on the fold. And here's a closer look at the bodice on the top. Button down feature with a short collar that has a shape with a point. Really love that. There are the bust studs. You can barely see them, but the shaping is amazing in the front and the back. I'm really happy. And up here on the top you can see my short collar. You can sew a rounded shape also with a short collar. I just chose this one because it's a little bit more edgy. The shoulder fit is good. My elbow length sleeves, and this is how the collar looks at the back. It's a really easy short collar to sew. It's not as hard as you think, and I love the look. It's quite structured. The facing has interfacing, of course, knit interfacing, and I think it looks amazing. It's a really fun dress. I love the features that you would normally sew only with woven styles. It's really nice to find them here in this knit design. I'm very happy with it. This is my second Marianne dress from Wardrobe by Me. I love this one. I made it in a really lightweight ITY. From far away you can't really see the details, but to compensate for my fabric being too lightweight for this design, I lined the bodice. I really like how flowy the skirt is. Look at this. The drape of ITY is always amazing. That's why I like it. It's really lightweight and it just feels amazing on the skin. There's a little bit of ease at the waist and a lot of space at the hips. I really love this type of skirt. Up closer you can see my short collar. This one has the rounded lapel. It's a smaller short collar. The dress has two short collar options. There is one with a point. I love the depth. For this one I've chosen the short sleeves. There are a lot of sleeve length options there. You can see my collar at the back. It's all very neat. Inside I have a layer of ITY. It's fully lined. It's very neat. The facing has been stabilized with knit interfacing, and for this one I sewed my buttons through. I didn't actually sew the buttonholes. You can put the dress over your head just fine. It is made for knits, and I just love the red and black here. This is a classic combination of colors for me, and I'm always happy in red. This is my first heartstring dress from Pattern Emporium, size 18 Australian, with a few fitting adjustments, very minor. I used ITY, super pretty, black with polka dots and big white tropical leaves. I love this. I have a skirt length that's in between the above the knee and below the knee. My bodice, it's 1.5 inches longer, just to match what I need. I love the fit of the skirt. The seam at the back is shaped and I think it fits amazing. And here you can see the neckline, my black binding. I used leather look jersey, and my straps are actually brass strapping covered in the main ITY fabric. Made a little tube and put the brass strapping in there. I think it looks really nice. Really happy with how everything fits. The cover under the arms right there is just right. The neckline is not too low. I feel pretty well covered, and it's a perfect dress for the hot weather to be really comfy. Really enjoyed the binding technique. I'm very happy. I had those little rings that I could use in the front, made everything so much easier. This is my second heartstring dress from Pattern Emporium in a size 18. I have made some length adjustments, and this is a really floaty green with a print ITY. I have a hack on the back skirt. I added a flounce only on the back skirt just to have an extra little detail for some fun. I really love it. My skirt is a little longer than the above the knee length, and my bodice is hitting the waist after doing some fitting adjustments. Very minor though, just adding some length to the bodice. I really love how everything fits here. It's so nice, so comfortable. Here on the top you see I have wide straps and my binding that I used leather look jersey for. I think it looks really nice. I'm very happy I had some in a dark green color because it matches this print perfectly. I can wear my regular bra under this sundress. I love the cover of the neckline and the partial armhole there. The little ring that's holding that strap is really easy to work with, and it's quite supportive, quite strong. That's leather look jersey right there in a green color that matches. This is my favorite type of dress, so pretty. And I didn't have a floaty dress like this that had this type of neckline finish on the top. Very pretty, love it. I have dresses like this in woven, but I didn't really have one like this in a This is my second sew whistle, and this time I have it in a dress length version. Sewing technique is the same. In this case I have a sleeveless version. There is a separate bodice for the sleeveless option compared to the one that has the sleeves. Very nice printed crepe. I've paired it with a more casual type of footwear and handbag, all in purple, and it's just the perfect dress to go and spend your whole day in. Super comfortable, just the perfect amount of ease at the hips right there, not too voluminous. My favorite type of skirt. Really love it. And those scallops at the hem are super adorable, super cute. Really enjoy this one. Lovely square neckline. I've got some bias tape inside to finish the sleeveless armhole. I love the cover of the armhole. It's just perfect, doesn't show anything. Here's a closer look at the neckline, and I have used store-bought satin bias tape there. Super love it. I'm always stretching that so you can see how comfortable it is at the waist. It's just the best thing to not have anything tight there. And the ease everywhere is just right. I really love it. I wanted to pair this up with more formal looking shoes and handbag, so you'll see that next is the exact same dress. This time I've got a pointy type of shoe with a heel. I love these open heel type of shoes. Lovely handbag. I love it so much. You know, I would definitely go to something that needs to be a bit more formal like this, and the dress is so versatile that way. I love it. Just really love it. This is my solar dress from Itch to Stitch in a size 16. I blended into a 14 waist there just to get a better fit. And this is an athletic knit. I had to add about 2.5 inches to the length to get the dress to be above my knee, or else it would have been too short. It's the same silhouette as the top. I love this fitted design. This takes about 1.1 meters to make in my size. There's a little bit of space at the waist and tiny little bit of space at the hips, and I really love this print with the pink. Comfy fit. This is the type of dress I love wearing. Perfect for a fabric that's a little heavier. I also made the binding here with leather look jersey just to highlight it. This is how it looks at the back. It's very simple, both pieces on the fold. And up closer you can see this binding. That is not a hard technique. It's really easy, and I love that little gathered detail. I think you can still see it even though I chose a super busy print. The detail is there and I really love it. See the little zigzag stitch holding the elastic in there. In this area of my body, the elastic I use doesn't bother me. I super love the style. You know, even though it is simple, I think the fit is outstanding, and there's just enough details here to make it fun while keeping it relaxed. Love that. This is my go-to dress from Pattern Emporium. Mine is a size 18. I use the below the knee length skirt, but mine is actually just above my knee, just because I'm a little taller. I used a really colorful, lightweight athletic knit to make my go-to dress. I love the shape of the skirt and the amount of volume it has. For the bodice, I used the tall length option, so it's a little longer. There is a shorter cut line for a regular length bodice. I have the short sleeves, many other sleeve options available, of course, and for the neckline, I have a mid scoop front and a low scoop back, but you'll see the details up closer. Here you can see that the bodice actually hits my natural waist, so it's a perfect fit for me, front and back. I do have an extra center back seam on the skirt just to maximize my fabric. Here's my neckline. I really like that mid scoop and the low scoop at the back. I thought I'd do something different. I really enjoy that. The fit of the sleeve is very good. You know, you could make this for winter if you use the heavier fabric, but I'm really happy with this one. I did double up the back here, so I have a partially lined bodice. I'm really happy with how that feels. I like doing that when I use lighter weight materials, and it's very easy to sew inside. Very happy with this dress. Colorful, makes me really happy. The Olympia dress from Love Notions had an update, complete redraft and improved sizing and all of that, and I was part of the pattern test, and I was so confident I was going to get a great fit that I made this super wearable muslin with this zebra knit print. Super lovely. I love the style. I think it's a classic fit and flare that looks great on everyone. And yeah, I just feel fabulous with this one. The waist hits my waist super well. I do have a sneaky seam at the back to save on fabric. The skirt is A-lined and you have a center front seam with a really easy to sew V neckline. This one is a sleeveless option. You have other options as well. But I think this is one of the highlights of the year. It's one of the prettiest dresses I made in the whole year. This one is also sleeveless. This is a rayon spandex print. Really love the colors. I think they're really unusual with the burgundy background and the tropical green leaves. I love this style. I just feel amazing when I've worn it, and it's one of my favorite dresses from Love Notions. I've made it a few times already. I made it for my sister-in-law also, so yeah, one of the faves. I use the 90 pattern to make a dress, so I'm not going to use this to sleep. This is an actual dress. I use an athletic knit that is medium weight with a houndstooth print on it. For the front, I didn't use binding. I used a band instead, front and back. And then for the partial armholes and straps, I do have binding from the same houndstooth material. I really like the cover under the armholes. I'm really happy with this one. It has a few extra details there with that band. But otherwise, this could be a basic, and if you make it in a different type of fabric, for sure you could sleep in this. I made this one as an actual dress, not a nightie. A really versatile pattern, and it was super easy to sew up. I really love it. It's a really nice basic dress that fits really well. This is my second Fistera dress. You'll see the details up closer, but this is a black textured rayon, 100% rayon, a little heavier, and I made this one unlined. It still works. I do have a fitted slip underneath, otherwise it's got all the original features of the pattern. My skirt is a little shorter also to match my personal style. There's a wide waistband there at the top of the skirt, slight gathering, and the shirt area at the back. It's a very comfortable dress to wear, that follows your shape nicely but does not feel fitted or constrictive. There is that waistband up closer, it fits really well. There's gathers above the waistband and below the waistband, but as you can see, you can stretch that because all that shirt area at the back is going to give you all that extra ease and comfort while keeping the silhouette nice and close to the waist. Love that. There are the little sleeves with pleats on the top, very comfortable fit, easy to sew. And this one I used the facings, but I didn't sew the lining to the facings. There is the V neckline, it's very pretty, and you have gathers there on the shoulders. I've always loved that feature, and I'm very happy to have another little black dress. I didn't have a woven black dress in a style like this, and I think I'm going to get a lot of wear out of it. I especially plan to pair this with my printed blazers. Love it so much. It's so cute. Fits amazing. This is my first Fistera dress. This is 100% rayon in a lovely print. This is a line dress. It's a really lovely fit. You'll see the details up closer. My skirt is a little shorter than the original, about 2.5 inches shorter, and it's just above my knee, mid-knee. The way a line dress feels is just so much nicer than when it's a single layer, especially with a lightweight fabric like this, and I really love the look. You can see at the back that there's a shirt area, and at the front there's a waistband. The middle of that waistband needs to hit your natural waist, and that shirt panel at the back is going to give you that ease you need while still keeping the look nice and fitted to the body. Here is the neckline. It's a V neckline, and the sleeves have a few pleats on the cap. Very nice, very comfortable, roomy. And there's another piece you can add to that one that has pleats on the hem of the sleeve if you want to. It's a very clean finish front and back with a facing that's attached to the lining. The V is not too deep, it's not too high. I think it's just right, and you can see a closer look at the pleats there. Super easy to sew. I really love the dress. I think it's really worthwhile making. The fact that it's lined already in the instructions is great, because we're usually trying to line dresses that aren't lined in the instructions. Not the case this time. Bust cup sizes help certainly, and I think the fit is beautiful. I also made a Take the Chance dress. This one is rayon with a bit of linen in the blend. A little heavier, medium weight, but with amazing drape. I also don't have the ties here, and it's so comfortable, so nice. I used a lot of metal buttons here, and I added a few little extra details here, just a few changes to the original pattern, but it pretty much looks the same. I just have one T on the front, so I just extended that first T full length, but at the back I have two T's, one long one and one shorter one. So that is a difference with my dress, just to do something a little different. And at the top I have my same collar, but I added some chest pockets, just rectangles, really easy to add those. And I've got my yoke there, 2 layers. I have another layer inside, and really love how this looks and how this fits. It's so easy to fit and easy to wear, and I love it as a dress on its own, but I know I can wear it open as a sort of layer, light layer over another dress, and that's how you're gonna see it styled as well. Here is my Take the Chance dress, but completely open. All these buttonholes and buttons are totally functional because I want to wear it like this. I have it over my heartstrings dress, also from Pattern Emporium, and I love the look. I love how this can be a really light layer for warmer weather, and it's so versatile in black. I know I'm gonna get so much wear out of this. I made sure to make the hem a tiny bit longer than the hem of my dress so that it covers the dress completely. I wouldn't want the dress to peek through the hem of this dress. So I think this is perfect, and yeah, so floaty, so light, so beautiful. And I love having the 2 T's at the back. I think it makes it a little bit different. Really enjoyable sew, and I was very happy while I was sewing this one. I have created a playlist, so it's really easy for you to find them. You can just click down below and follow this playlist so you can see the 4 videos that will be included in this year's roundup week. I think I've said this every time I do one of these roundups. Just a disclaimer, I do sew for a living. This is my job. I'm not just sewing because I need a whole bunch of clothes. I love having them, but it is my job. I would really appreciate comments that are sort of on the judgmental tone to not be there. I don't really need to explain why I sew a lot of things when I have a sewing channel. You know what I mean. I enjoy every garment I make. I take each project on its own. I dedicate a lot of time to thinking and planning and really customizing it. So yeah, I love everything I sew, and I keep it, I wear it. In the next episode, we're gonna see all the tops. There are a lot of tops. It's going to be a longer episode, so make sure you have something to do, something to drink so you can enjoy. So I'll see you again very soon with all the tops.